Officer Buckle and Gloria, written and illustrated by Peggy Rathmann. Notice that this book is the winner of the Caldecott Award. Here's Officer Buckle, boys and girls. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in the town of Knappville. Can you imagine living in Knappville? Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to his bulletin board. Safety tip number 77, never stand on a swivel chair. And for those of you who don't know, this is a swivel chair. Dangerous. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Knappville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometimes there was even snoring. Afterward, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle. But Mrs. Topple didn't hear him. Then one day, Knappville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria went along. Children, this is Gloria, announced Officer Buckle. Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit. And Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave safety tip number 1. Keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared. Gloria's got their attention now. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. And she was. What a good girl. Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle. Always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes popped. My eyes would pop too, wouldn't yours? Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip that he had discovered that very morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it, he said. The audience roared with laughter. Gloria's being fun. Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of the tips with plenty of expression. The children clapped their hands and cheered. Some of them even laughed until they cried. Officer Buckle was surprised. He had never noticed how funny that his safety tips could be. After this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from students from Knappville School. Every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawings showed a lot of imagination. One letter said, Dear Gloria and Officer Buckle, thanks for coming to our school. You are nice. Your friend, George. Oh, I love letters like that. His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper, and it said, You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend, Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet. Safety tip number 7. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when the phone started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, and daycare centers were calling about the safety speech. Officer Buckle, they said, our students want to hear your safety tips. And please, bring along that police dog. Ooh, Gloria's a big hit. Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. I wonder what kind of ice cream that is. It looks like it has some sprinkles. And then, one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. Wow, that's a big honor. When he finished safety tip number 99, do not go swimming during an electrical storm. The students jumped to their feet and applauded. Bravo, bravo, they cheered. Officer Buckle bowed and bowed again. That night, Officer Buckle watched himself on the 10 o'clock news. The next day, the principal of Knappville School telephoned the police station. Oh, good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech. Officer Buckle frowned. I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway. Oh, said Mrs. Topple. Well, how about you send Gloria? Could she come? Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to the school. Gloria sat on stage looking very lonely. Then she fell asleep, but so did the audience. After Gloria left, Knappville School had its biggest accident ever. Boys and girls, this looks like catastrophe. It all started in a puddle of banana pudding. Splat, splatter, sploosh! Everyone slid smack into Mrs. Topple, who screamed and let go of her hammer. Oh dear. The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on a paper star. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, Gloria missed you yesterday. Your friend, Claire. P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet. Safety tip number 7. Boys and girls, do you see that hammer? Oh my goodness. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose. Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. And then Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. The very best one, safety tip number 101. Always, always stick with your buddy. The buddy system. The end. Wasn't that a great story? I'll see you soon.